What's up, everybody? Omega here. Thanks for checking out the video today. And it looks like we've got some new epic heroes that have been released to the game. So that's pretty exciting. We haven't really had a epic family released into the game for a while. So that's pretty cool. They're all bruisers. 3 of them have leader skills, and 4 out of the 5 actually inflict burn. So these could be very interesting. I'm going to go over their cards and kind of talk about what they do and what we can expect from them. And I'm just glad to have some new epics into the game. And hopefully you guys are too. I think we've had so many legendary heroes released into the game that I think we've been kind of craving some new epics, and then hopefully some new rares will come soon to follow. But let's dive right in and take a look at these. The first one we're going to go over is the blue one. Lashazar. Alright, his special ability is Burning Life. He deals damage to a single enemy, 22% of caster's max HP. Deals damage to a single enemy, 10% of target's missing HP twice. So an HP based damage dealer. Another tanky hero. Fleeing Fire is his passive. Inflicts burn for 2 turns while using his special ability if enemy is below 50%. So that's interesting. You'll need some accuracy for that. At the end of his turn, deals 15% of caster's max HP to the enemy with the highest current HP. Alright, we're going to move on to the green one here. Selkath. Special ability is Everyone on Fire. Deals damage to all enemies, 170% attack, and 85% chance to inflict burn on all enemies for 2 turns. I like that a lot. I'm a big fan of AoE damage dealers, but I'm also a big fan of dots. And if you can get AoE dots in this game, it's going to be a great addition to your roster. So any hero that does that, I'm a huge fan of, especially a green one. So that's pretty cool. Double Burn. His passive is 100% chance to recast the special ability once if all enemies are affected by burn. Wow. And he is immune to burn. So he'll do AoE damage based on his attack percent. And he'll also land burn on, or cast burn to all enemies for 2 turns. If he lands the burn on all the enemies, he has a 100% chance to recast his ability again. So that could be a lot of dots. That would be great for like a war against epic teams, epic defenses. Any kind of burn, poison, any kind of debuff or damage over time like that is huge. So he actually looks pretty good. He also has an accuracy leader skill that works everywhere. So he's going to buff the entire team by 30%. In all game modes in terms of their accuracy. So I like that one a lot. Let's move on to the purple one, Zeltron. He deals damage to all enemies, 170% of his defense, and ignores 10% defense. So a purple AoE damage dealer based on defense is actually a really cool thing to have. There isn't a lot of heroes that do that in the game, purple heroes that do that in the game, AoE damage based on defense and ignores defense as well. So I think that's a pretty cool card so far. Fire for Soul. Passive ability is at the start of his turn. He has a 100% chance to inflict burn to an enemy with the highest HP for 2 turns. At the end of his turn, he has 100% chance to inflict burn to an enemy with the lowest HP for 2 turns. So he's going to do single target burn, which could come in handy if you're facing a yellow heavy defense, or somebody with a yellow tank on their defense, or a yellow taunt on their defense. That would definitely come in handy. He's got an HP leader skill, increases the HP of all allies in guild-related battles by 38%. That could definitely come in handy. I do like the artwork of these bruisers. They look pretty cool. We're going to move on to the red one. Pantoran. I think I got that right. I don't know where they come up with these names, but Pantoran. Sudden Rage deals damage to a single enemy, 280% defense, has a 100% chance to inflict burn on a single enemy for 1 turn 2 times. Okay, so he does a single target hit based on his defense and will land burn for 1 turn based on his accuracy. Burning Soul. At the start of his turn, he inflicts burn on all enemies for 1 turn. Deals 10% more damage with gemstones if an enemy is affected by burn. That's kind of an interesting card. That's kind of an interesting dynamic. That means that he'll just shoot that burn out to everybody right at the start of the wave, at the start of his turn, I'm sorry. And, I mean, I guess that could be good. You know, unless they have immunity up at the start of the battle. That could come in handy. I think the jury's still out on this red one. We'll have to, again, you know, they'll all have to be tested. You know, you'll have some heroes whose card will read either fantastic, and you think, wow, this is really going to be a great hero. And they, you know, you put some armor on them, get them tested out, and, you know, you may have a different opinion after that. So I think the jury's still out on this red one here. Maybe good, maybe come in handy. Seems very situational to me. But nonetheless, he'll need to be put to the test with some good equipment. All right, so let's move on to the yellow one here, and that is Krigoris. And this one is interesting. It looks like he was specifically made for Haaron, which is Purple Raid Boss. Currently, most people use Frank or Elgath as their main damage dealer on the Purple Raid Boss, so it's good to have another option here. It looks like he specializes in that, so this might be a great one to have here. Furious Cuts. Deals damage to a single enemy, 100% of attack, 3 times. So he's going to hit 3 times based on an attack. Deal damage to a single enemy, 2% of target's max HP, 3 times. I'm assuming that will go up once he's book leveled. But he's going to hit again 3 more times based on the target's max HP. So against bosses and raid bosses with high HP, he's going to do more damage. And he does damage based on attack percent. So that's pretty cool. Passive is Titan Killer. Damage increased by 10% against bosses and raid bosses. Gain increased attack and increased defense for 3 turns at the start of the wave. So he's going to self-buff his attack and his defense, making his attack and his hits do even more damage, just solely based from his passive. Defensive leader skill is of everywhere. Increases the defense of all allies by 26% in all game modes. So he may be even useful in other areas based on that leader skill. Pair him with like Rosalia or you know, possibly Rosalia or something. But so he looks to be really good against the Purple Raid Boss. Frank right now is Frank and Elgath, probably the top 2 damage dealers. It's good to have a third option here for the Purple Raid Boss, and who knows, he might turn out to be the best option after we put him in the test, get him equipped, and see how he does. So I would like to know your guys' thoughts on these new epics, which ones you think would be good, which ones you're looking forward to summoning. Once again, thanks for checking out the video today. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Drop your opinions and thoughts on these heroes in the comments below. And thanks for watching. Omega, peace out.